Hello. I got two microphones. Interesting. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this beautiful Monday. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. So today is November 30th, 2020. I'll give it another shot here today on the EF. We'll take a look. I might even put a NQ chart in there. But we'll take a look at it and go from there. And then I'm going to switch it over to the risk disclaimer, such that this is for educational purposes only. Anything you do is on your own risk. And let's see what we can see on the market. Make sure you don't trade money that you can't afford. I'll be back in a few seconds. I don't say. Well, good morning, everybody. Hope you guys had a really good weekend. And we'll go from there. And we'll see what the markets look like today. So, that being said, I hope you guys had a really good weekend. Markets are a little bit down, looks like a 0.25. It was kind of funny. I was looking at it this morning. I was trying to program something. I think I might have found out how to find out when the market makers are buying and selling. I was reading something, but I'm waiting for an email back. And if that's the case, I got to create a market maker indicator. Then we know when the guys are dumping contracts. Really excited about that. But anyways, oh, we're on the wrong chart here. Let's go start on the daily chart, and we'll work our way down, see what's happening. It's been an interesting 2 weeks. As you can see, we're still on the line. 2 weeks. They've been floating for 1, 2, 3, 4 days now. And basically we have technically 3 hours before the buy phase, but you know what? It's going to be really interesting today. If it's going to take off up, or if it's going to do one big sell-off before tomorrow. So we'll take it with a grain of salt because we're just in that transition. So yeah, so the maximum return on a swing trader could have been, well, actually that's not bad, 90 points, but then that was it for the trade for their cycle. And right now, technically, if you were still in it, we're basically really break even at 10 points. So I brought my trusty little book here, guys. So this is what I try to keep on telling you guys to keep on, just write your information to see what you project today, because you know when the markets start moving, we start looking at everything. So right now, finishing cycle. And it's red candle. New phase starts at 3 hours. And 3 hours. Alrighty. Second thing I want you guys to take a look at, let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. We've got 3 minutes before open time, so quarter after I'll take a look at for the first real trade. So on the 4-hour chart, so well, it could be that buy phase at 11. That's 3 hours, right? 3-4 hours. It sounds about right. So basically, we are on a sell. Here, you know what I got to do, guys? I won't be able to hear you. I got my microphones on there. Okay, so we're on a sell from 7 to 11. So we'll see. Look at this whole consolidation period. Now, this weekend, actually, I was doing my webinar for January 7th, and because NinjaTrader changes things, or they have options, and they've been building it up slowly over the years. But one good thing I want to show you guys on advice here is their volume profile, but not only on their volume profile. If you actually look at the properties, I like this. I switch to Delta. I'm looking at buy sell. I can't figure it out why it's always the buy sell. Look, as you can see, the red, there's more selling than buying. So they're saying, okay? But I've looked at other charts, markets going up, and it still says more selling than buying. So I'm kind of have to figure that one out. But the thing I do like, though, is the delta. When I add the delta on this, when it finishes up, you will see these little markings of high volume delta. And I wrote an indicator about it for myself on the side. But what I like about it is it does show the spike. So as you can see where it tipped out here, you can see where that resistance level is. And then there's a buy resistance here. So we can try to track them to see what's happening. So right now we are on the 4-hour chart. For the next 4 hours, it's supposed to be a sell candle, but we have a buy candle right now, and we're getting close into the buy phase, so we have to watch that again. 4 hour, and we're wrapping up. So, buy candle resistance. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so now let's go into... See, I love Isham's chart, and I've got to do some more programming here. See where we are right now. So, market is just open, I guess, because I can see the bar here. So we're just in that phase. There's a lot of support and resistance. We're above the VWAP. We're really close. So if it does push up, we'll take a look at these areas. And look, as you can see again, guys, look where it's hitting the market maker. But the one thing you have to write down is we are below market maker today. %? Okay. So hopefully what we can do is, if it does work well, and there's a high resistance candle here, if we can push up, it would be nice if we could push up here, no, right here, the next 15 minutes, so we could take a short possibly. We'll see. And then next one, and I knocked it off again. Got to find my 10-minute candle here. I must have made, no, 15, 240, daily. There we go, 401 in. Okay. So in the 10-minute, we're still above the VWAP. And what do we have here? Getting some reflection here. So we're actually on a buy-day trend right now. She popped up, but we have a lot of resistance here. Yeah, it's really ugly right now. So Everything's still kind of mixed for the morning. We'll wait 15 minutes then. 10-minute. High resistance. Blue candle. On volume point of control. Okay. Now on to our 10-minute across here so I don't lose it. Let's use that 10-minute chart. Now, and so what you can see right now, this is what I'm looking at, more so than anything else. We're at 946. I want to see if this chart is actually going to do a spike. Right now it's holding, and if it does a spike at 946, oh, it would be really nice actually. Then they just gave us our gimme for the sell-off until 11:30, but we'll find out here. But right now, we're just holding. Still holding pattern again on the 1-minute chart. Unless the guys are still coming back from Thanksgiving. 1-minute chart holding. And that's about it for us. And then what I'll do is I'm going to switch over, just scroll over the, you can use the volumetrics from NinjaTrader. But right here, as you can see, everything is on a holding pattern. I put on my stop outs, my POC. And so as you can see, there's a stop out here. We did actually hit this stop out, as you can see here, and she had a rejection. If we can push up into the prior high, which they broke actually, but if we can get up to this zone by quarter after, maybe we can get a nice sell-off. Or let's see if she starts dropping down, because right here we have a stop out here as well. So they're going to let them see what they're going to do if they're going to break this 70% zone. Oh, you got a setup, Isham. I love it. We can talk about it, sure. I'll chat with you on the Discord there when we're done with this today. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to the other screen here so we can see exactly what's happening. And join our Discord group. I guess I had that on. So anyways, alrighty. Away we go from here. Other than that, what I'm going to look for is at 9:48. What we're going to take a look here. We've had the purple candle 1, purple candle 2. 915 is just activating. We're going to see if there's any action between the two. Possible short, where I'm looking at negative numbers here. So nothing really, there's no price action whatsoever for the first 15 minutes. What did we have here? We just had resistance at 30,000 contracts resistance, and she's pushing down, and we are still on a positive trend right at the 50% line of Fibonacci extension. So if you do a Fibonacci extension here, 3661, 68, 77, and 95. And as you can see on the bottom side is 90, 83, and 74, which would be a really nice target here. But we could see this dotted line right here is a market maker, so it's possible it could go to the 90 if it goes worst case scenarios here. Okay, now what she's going to do here, if it works really nice, let's see what the reaction is. It's going to be hitting right now a stop out. Actually, I should have the stop outs on here. But it's testing a stop right now in the market. It's just starting to turn. We'll wait until 15 after. There is a trade that on the 915, if you guys ever feel worried about, is you can wait for the 915 to finish right here. And so that will be, like I said, a quarter after. So it's at 36 right now. Then this area of zone we try to stay away from, and we try to trade outside the box. That's what it was designed for. And what we can do, 948, what was it, 936, 936, 915 failed. Let's see. 22 to 18. It does do a pullback. We can try to hit the 70%. So, don't like this right now. Let's see what do they have volume point of control in here? Text. Okay, so what happened just now? I'm just going to show you my other screen here. Just bring it over. See how she just broke the stop out? We are just breaking as well. Let's see if it holds. We've got two areas. Previous market open. Well, they're pushing hard. Might be a little too late. I'll have to wait for the pull up. 22. Let's check what our one thing. I might actually jump into a trade here quickly. 103.90. There's no numbers up there, eh? Oh, you know what? I'm going to try it. I'm going to do a sell ask here. Give it a few seconds here for a pullback. I want to see. Just give me a second here. Just want to move it here while I do this. Let's see if it pulls up to. It's not going to go up to 24, is it? And let's do this as well. Control tree. Let's take these three bars here, or these four bars. Area of interest is 18, 17, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. Let's see if she's holding up. I'm going to let them push up a bit on the volumetrics. Has to move up to 19, don't you? Okay. Let them do a pullback here. We're at 939, 948. No, I'll give us some time. Don't want to jump in the trade yet. Even myself, I'm trying to trace a trade, and I'm going to hold off on this. $948 pullback. Okay, so we just hit. Is my time off on this? 9:40. Let me just check something, guys. Here, I think I have a boo-boo on my on my indicators here. Interesting. Let me just check something here. I'm gonna do a reload on this chart here. I want to take a look at something. Here's what it is. Okay. So when 948 kicks in, I'm going to look at the volumetrics. See if we can get back to 28. And maybe we can take one more sell. This could be your target right here. This one probably for sure, because there's two market maker prices here. So we're going to let them play that game and see if they're going to be playing range. And what we'll do is we'll take a look at this double top here and see if we can get into a nice position. Volumetrics. I'll just go. Then we can go from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See where we are. Volume point of control is 28. So they say. time. From here. Let's see where we are. Let's see where I'm going. Alrighty, I'm going to try it. And then what I'm going to do, if I can get to this area or this area for target, we'll find out. I might be wrong here. 48, I'm taking an early entry here. 42, I got 5 minutes left. I want to break this zone. This is an area of concern right here, but it should break at, well, actually, I just want to get to right there. And so 22, 21, 20. We'll see. $19.50. That's what I'm going to shoot for, guys. Buying resistance, of course. Jumping in early. Is that right on the top? Let's take a look. Point of control, 27.75 to be exact. Alrighty. He's on fire today. Three negative numbers? Yeah, negative 36. We'll see. So 1 signal, 2 signal, 3 signals, 4. Okay. Oh, what I should do, what I want to show you guys, is what I'm looking at here. Trying to look for big numbers, and they're just still playing these games. I want to see a nice push down at least till 10:15 if I could. Just to the market maker line. Okay, we actually have a target 1, fib target 1 here too. Wouldn't that be nice if we can get to target 1? Let's have some fun. If it doesn't break here, I'll just close it manually. Okay, 948 signal, please work. Here we go. Breakthrough. Let's take a look at, there we go. Any big numbers that are going to block us? 21. There's a block at 21. This is the one area we have to worry about. Second area is way down here. They're still playing that game, eh? They're holding the line. Trying to trap some traders down there. I see in the other one. I'll push it down again. Let's get this market open. Two points. She's not playing the game I want. Let's put it here for now. She's pushing down. break that. Points 4-2, eh? Another doji, come on. Where are we on these all metrics? It is holding at the volume. Yeah, I agree, Isham. Well, wait. And once you do one more push, I'm trying to get to the volume point of control. Not the volume point of control. I want to try to see if I can get to 1950. That's where I really want. Needs to break that zone there. Okay, I'm going to shut that down until they're done this game. Until 10:15. They're still playing that game. So I took your advice, Isham. I've taken the profits. A little short, but watch this. Usually when I take my profits, then it wants to go, and there it goes. Yeah, it finally hit that point. That's where I was looking for. I'd like to see it hit fib target 1. If it hits fib target 1, then we got a retracement coming in. The price is very jumpy today. Extremely jumpy. What I'm looking at is if it was working out. Actually, I wanted to go the other way, but this is what I'm looking at. I'm going to switch over to the other chart here. Let's transition in here. I want to see if this 940 spike, 46 spike actually did happen. That's the first thing. And then I want to see if it can get down to, they're going to be playing this whip out for the, that 3 hours I was telling you about before the next transition. We do have a market maker line right here, and she's going to finally break through it. I should have just been a little bit more patient. And what we want to do, if I can get to whatever these targets are for the reversal. But yeah, it's been, you got to realize we did almost a half an hour, and she's only moved, what was it? 8 points, just whipping back and forth. Disgusting. Now, let's go back to the main chart here. Yeah, she's still going to push down. Ugly, though. What I'm going to do is, guys, if you guys just doing your own trading for a while, I'm going to take off for until about 10 after, or no. I'm going to wait till quarter after. I'm going to let it push down. If it pushes down, I'm going to wait till quarter after. This is the trade these are my favorite trades. Is the 10-15 trade. And this, we're just playing this game right now. Like you said, it's fighting. We're at, right here is 2 market makers. And if it does get down here, let's go control trade here, guys. Excuse me. This is what I'm looking at. We can get somewhere within that zone. See if it pushes down. And if it is, geez, just the markets aren't. It's so ugly, these markets, this whole 2 weeks. It's not playing right. We got a 10-15 punch, possibly a 10-30 turnaround, and then 11-34. So we'll have to see what happens. I'm just curious. I'm going to create a new chart here, and I am really curious. Woohoo! $37 today. One contract. Okay. It's terrible. Okay. I'm just going to bring this one over. Look at the NASDAQ. Still, look at this is nasty too. Yes, there's nothing. They're just whipping everybody out. I was up at where was it? Was it a 1 minute chart? I want to show you something on a 1 minute chart here. I literally saw, was this at 6? No. I was up at 6 a.m. So yeah, it must have been this one. I saw this whip out and I went, and it was literally within a second. And then I saw it go down and whip these guys out again. I said, you know what? This is just ugly. Just wait and see. But I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to grab my coffee. They're playing ugly. 9:45. Yeah, it's ugly today. I want a trade day. We'll get through this, guys. Sooner or later, we'll get through all this BS here. Alrighty. Hopefully this internet is working. Did I lose my signal here? Why is it so blurry now? Alrighty. Okay, we're going to see what happens as the stupid 1015. It is still trying to push down, but I'm waiting for my signal. I've been playing this really ugly game where you can do a trade if 1015 does fail. We can take this short here. And we need to break that 70% zone. If we break the 70% zone, we can go from 20 to possibly 12. But I'm not going to play this game until these guys are done. Volume point of control just flipped down to 22. What an ugly day. Now, if we can break, we'll let it pull back up for verification. In order to get, if it keeps on going up, we got 1015 signal. Let me see here, 1013. 1015 is our signal, and it's just been holding. And what we have to do is we gotta hopefully break this zone here. It's just so consolidated. If it breaks down, we can get to the prior close or prior low. This is the close price of, I guess, on whatever Thanksgiving, Thursday or Friday. And then if we can go up, look at, see, even level 1, fifth target 1 is the previous high. So this is all we got to wait for. It's really bad today, guys. Morning, Peter. Hope Saskatoon is nice and warm today. One of these days. Okay, are we breaking down finally? No, don't play that game. Where's 10:15? We got 3 minutes yet. What else I'm going to do is, let's put an extended line here. Let's see what these guys are trying to do here. It is. Edmonton, I hear Edmonton's going to hit 10 degrees on Saturday. It's crazy. There, we're finally breaking that market maker. They're still trying to trap some buyers. And let's see what happens at 10:15 if that's just that rejection for the reversal. That's the time I'm looking for. See, what we're doing is, and the reason why I'm just waiting, it's because right here, these are two market maker lines. So they're just hitting. They're just hitting. The nice thing is, I'm looking at the momentum panel selling. The buy-sell activator is on the sell phase. But this is just another ugly day. It's been an ugly few weeks. '23, eh? Okay, one more minute before this candle has closed. or 30 seconds, I guess. And then we're going to see exactly what these guys are trying to do. Okay, candles closed. We're breaking the 70% zone. Let's see if 1015 is a reversal candle. And what's the high on here? High is 2375. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's also take a look at volumetrics. Nothing, it's just flat. Nothing. Okay. Let's see, 10-minute chart here. I want to see where we are. Oh, it possibly could be a reversal. No, we're not. We still got another 09 to here before it can turn around. Okay, there's our buy-in. Okay, she's starting to, let's see where you are. If we can break 24, guys, this is the key. If we can break 24 to start seeing any kind of trending, instead of this whipsaw action, I might be able to see a trade here. Let's open this up. Let's see where the high is. The high is 2375. There is selling pressure. You know what we'll do, guys? Because it's been so ugly, I'm going to switch over to one of my indicators here. I'm not sure if I still have it on here. It is reversing on us. So 1015, it was going to be a sell-off. And we can go to let it do its pullback. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell market here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take it to FIB target 1. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, find this chart here. Okay, so 1425. So I'm at 1450. Okay. What I'm going to look at is, because the time stamps are failing, what we're going to do is see where it's been fighting here. We can start using tick range on this. And with the tick range, what we're going to do is we're going to try to get to this 1425 level where this bottom is. They're going to be vibrating up and down here. And yeah, we're all pushing down. 02 is the ultimate low, but this is an area of 12 where it can hit. So if we get to 1450, we'll be just before this level, and hopefully make a few bucks here. Because we got to 1109. If that it looks like the signals are failing. What a slow market today. And if it goes to 22, I'll put a short in again. 10:15. Yeah, we got until 11 o'clock, so hopefully we can push down at least to the fib target one. Down to 14.02. Why do I have... $14.25, guys. Let's go for it. To conservative. Conservative is. Okay. Can I make a point? It's so bad, guys. This is unbelievable. This is where I think I'll have to start selling sunglasses on the beach or something if it keeps on doing this. And NASDAQ, it's just, I was looking at it this morning, there's no way I'm going to be trading NASDAQ right now. It's like just all over the place. Okay, we got some pressure there. If we can get down to, what did I say, 14.25, got 2 more points to go. And let me take a look at how this buy-sell pressure is working. Are you kidding me? No, it's going to go down. It has to go down to at least the 1425. So everything is pointing down on the metrics. I'm going to close this order. This market's not moving today, guys. They're just playing with us. I'm going to wait for the next time signal. I'll wait till they get to level 1, or they're just playing around here. I can probably panhandle more on the streets. It's just like I'm going crazy here. Oh, there goes, of course. Always shut down. I swear the market knows when I close my trades. Or psychologically, they shut her down. It's just so boring for me right now. There's no movement whatsoever. But what I'm going to show you guys is this is called the tick range. I'm not sure if you guys ever used it before. And because the markets are moving so slow, it did actually hit our 50 mark. I should have waited that few extra seconds, go figure. We can watch, I'm going to be watching this now because the markets are like, we had from 942 this whole ugly zone here, and it's just not playing. And if we can get to, it looks like now she's going okay, so if it goes from 06, 07 and all in this area here and she holds, we might be able to get that bottom for a reversal, but it's just not playing nice. And then the oops, we're right now at the prior low, and this is what I was trying to shoot for, but I don't have myself, as you can tell the way I'm trading, I don't have the patience to wait for this stupid slow game. So I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting. And what I'm looking at as well is this chart, and now the volumetrics is starting to pick up. It's just slow. It's just this whole zone here, just waiting for the turnaround. We had this mark, which it hit, and I was trying to get to the prior low, which it did hit. But I'm not used to trading a slow market. I'm used to the NASDAQ, so you have to give me patience as well, guys. But we'll use it for education just to see what will happen. Terrible. Should have waited. So my next signal, the 1015 signal is failing. And what we're going to do, let's take a look what the next signal is. Oh, perfect. If we can get a pullback, this is the 10. There's a 1030 pullback. Yeah, okay. If we get that pullback at 1030, actually the first real sell signal is at 1109. Yeah, she's breaking down. What I would like to see is if it does work, I might take, if it can come back here, let's see if we can get a trade at 17. And we can start using this mid-band area for entries, because she is not playing well. We'll see how she reverses here. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Okay, let's switch to the other screen here and see what we can what we can find. Go to this one. So she finally broke out through all this transition here, and this is what we were waiting for, and she finally pops. And what I like to do is to see if it can come back in here, bring it back so we can get our pullback trade. See, the 1015 signal did fail, and they said, what was it, 11 o'clock was supposed to be the buy-in? I have to check the 4-hour chart again. What did I write on 4-hour? Buy candle. Okay, 4 hours buy candle. And it finally had its first breakdown at 10:30, or at oh, it is the quarter after 10 candle, which failed. What we need is, it did break prior low, which is a good thing. So our next, let's see where it can go. But jeez. Well, still eating or Thanksgiving turkey or something. Let's see here. Let's play 10. If it gets to 10, then we can get to the O2 level. From 10 on. Need that pullback. We can get up to here and she starts seeing it turn around, guys. I might take a trade and then continue possibly all the way down to 2. Let's see if this thing goes back here. So I'm getting some buy pressure in it. What do you mean by jumping around, Isham?
Set is like 1.8 and 5.
Oh, unless she's just breaking levels. There we go. We can break that. Let me see what the thing is. Okay, I'm going to try it. What the heck? Come on. I'm going to try it. It's going to go to O2. Let's go for it. And then my target is going to be, we'll have none here, buy limit. Right there. And I'll show you why I'm doing that on that direction. You have to break through these, unless I get 2 points or more. Because my goal was always to try to get at least 2 points, guys, for this example here. There you go. There's that 2 points I want to show you. Usually what this example is, I forgot to do it on my on the webinar this morning. It might run even farther down to 02 here. But what I want to show you, I'm going to switch it back to, oh, actually I was on that screen. Okay, I had a target for this line here, but my rule that I said ever since I started this webinar is, can we make a trade for 2 points a day? Or not 2 points a day, but make 2 points, cash out, wait for the next trade. We've been having such a terrible time. We can get runners in that, but until this market starts behaving normally, I'm not going to take that risk. I'm just going to try to cash the 2 points, let it come back. It will tap at 02, turn around, and then we might be able to get a really good trade at 1109, and then we might be able to do more than 2 points. Okay. There's another thing I wanna talk to you about is on my webinar that's going to be on January 7th, and I talked to Jose about it as well. If you don't feel comfortable about doing a trade on a regular contract, and you know how it's been bouncing around like this, put in a mini. Just put a micro or a mini contract, I don't know, whatever. And let's say if it starts going against you on a mini, and all of a sudden you said, I really feel like the trade is working for me, but why is it always bouncing back? And then when it turns around, then you can put your major in there. So that's all I want to say about that. It sounds like Forrest Gump did. But what you can see when this finally fell off the charts, remember I only took my 2 points. See this little dotted line here? This is our market maker, where it touched, and this is where that resistance is, and we have to see if it keeps on breaking down. Now what I'm going to do now, since we finally had our sell-off, kind of, it just finally took off here. Now we have a few more zones of interest maybe. If she starts breaking down through all this stuff, all these groupings down here at the 90 level is maybe where they want to go. What I want to see now is if I can get a good bounce back to 08. If we get a bounce back by 08 or somewhere within this zone, we can take another trade. Okay? Take caution at 3600. Always those even numbers are the places where they like bouncing. And plus, yeah, we're right at the 3600 level here. Let it do a pullback. We finally had, like I said, sell off, a failed signal. Now we can wait for it to pull back, hopefully pull back. And actually, you know, one more thing is because there's nothing been moving. Which chart are we on? We're on this chart here. Let's go to CNBC and see if there was any news that actually happened. Nikola shares created more than 20% after GM gives up equity stake in smaller rework deal. Dow falls 300 but still on track. So maybe this is why. I don't know. Have to see what their catalyst was. Because it was just nothing was happening. Okay, the buy-in was at 3,600. Let's see if we can get up to. I'm going to take a look here. I'm actually going to transition back to this this chart here, so we can take a look at it. So let's see if we can get to see what the reaction is at 05. I'm going to put a line at 05 here, somewhere right around there. and we'll go from there. If she breaks down past the 600 level, then we can go for down to maybe 95, 93. What are we at dollar-wise today, which is so crappy? Oh, I'm actually almost at my quota for this webinar. 99, 600. See if this is a double bounce. Okay, now what I'm going to do is 99. I want to get to, let's see, pull up a bit. I'm going to play that game at the 600 level. I'd like to get it up here, actually. Remember, we're going for 2 points. Is she pulling up? Yeah, I'm going to hold off. I'll wait till 11:09 on that one. She'll probably pull down, but if you're right at that 600 level, you really got to watch. See, what I'm looking at is, when I'm looking at this chart here where I was trying to put a position in, I'm looking at volume. I always look at, you guys, if you can learn on the NinjaTrader, learn your volume metrics so you can see what the price action is bouncing while you're trying to get your trade in. I would love to get it up here. You can see there's a lot of buying going in. Just needs to break that 600 level. Don't want it. That's going to break, is it? Yeah, let's go for it. I'm going to try to go for 2 points here. We're just breaking that level. And let me see, 50, 50, buy in, target there. Right, 50, 97, 96, 95. And we got 1109, 1042 on a sell-off. There's our purple candle. $75, 1. Come on, one more punch. 25, 75. Lights to 75, so I might have to shoot at 175. There we go. 2 points. Another 2 points. Now I'm going to hold up till 11:09. Or I might be actually done trading today. I want to show you just a little bit every day, guys. Maybe one more trade, possibly. I did break my $300 level though. And usually I'll let a trade run longer, but because we've been in two or 3 weeks of just nothingness, and there hasn't been a really good confirmation of a trade, except for it's starting to move finally. The only two things I'm kind of worried about. Thanks, Isham. This is what I'm also looking at. We're ripping through a lot of these market maker opens, second standard deviation. We're getting close to that 90 level where I'm kind of worried about. She's dropping finally. But how many days have we been playing in all this crap? And we haven't really had anything. And then the last thing I want to show you is, actually I'm going to wrap up in 15 minutes here. But the last thing I want to show you, hold on, which chart am I, if I'm not showing you the correct chart? Let me see here. So I know I have multiple screens here. No, that's the right chart. Okay, so last thing I want to show you, let's go back to this one. We're having, oh, look at the daily finally actually starting to break. Look at this. This was our, no, not 240, sorry guys. I'm brain hiccuping everywhere here. This one. 2 weeks, okay? This is 2 weeks, or whatever, how many days. I always say 2 weeks, could be, I don't know. But anyways, you're looking at this, it's finally trying to pull down, and the reason why it's trying to pull down is it wants to finish this cycle off. And our time literally is 1 hour before it wraps up. So if that's the case, I would rather wait for this trade here and see if it's going to start settling to the bottom. It they might just tank it down to here so they can make some few points after these 2 weeks. But I'm not sure. It's just been crazy. It has been the most, for me, the most ugly 2 weeks I've traded in I don't know how many years, and it just hasn't been fun. I mean, if trading was like this all the time, you know, you just got to keep on scalping. And at least, you know, you make a few points here, a few points there. And myself is, for the past, 4 or 5 years, is I've always been strictly a NASDAQ trader. So for myself to learn the ES and moving a slow market, and so you can see I don't have that much hair here. It's been frustrating, but as long as you can trade consistently to make a few bucks here, a few bucks there, you'll stay within the game. And this is what I'm trying to show you guys that are just starting to learn, that what we've been trying to do is use all this information that is possible, and interesting. Ah, thanks, Isham. Yeah, no, it's tough. This is not trading. I mean, it is trading technically, but I mean, unless if the past 4 years the Trump markets was just an anomaly, but I don't think so, because I've seen the markets before, and this is not trading. I mean, if you can survive this and you get consistent at this, when you have those good days, it's going to take off. And it's usually at, I'll give you just a hint, at 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. Now you take a look at this chart here on a 10-minute chart. There's 10:10 right here. See how she finally moved? But because it's been so ugly lately, there hasn't been any consistency. If you go to, for example, if I go to a NASDAQ chart, Look at that thing. Ooh. This is the charts I like because I'm used to them. But let's look at 1015 here. 920. Here was the peak. 1015. There's your tank. 39, 20, 20, 20. There's your $1,000 move for the day. That's what I'm used to, right? But you'll find that over and over and over again. If we look for, there's 1015, it moves. Next day, 1015, it moves. Over and over and over again. For the NAS or for the ES, I might not be good enough on the ES to see the 1015 signal. But if you get used to it in time, and you know that 1015 signal is one of the key numbers while everything else is working, then you can make a trade. So let's go back to ES here. Have to watch this. Okay. Now let's see if it breaks this. Let's find out if we're going to break the zone here. I think it is going to break the zone. Which chart are we on? Let me take a look here. I'll switch it back to that one. Okay, so there we go. Let's look at volumetrics. As soon as this breaks green, ooh la la, Mr. Moneymaker, Mr. Real Estate Moneymaker's online today. What was the time on that one? 10:45, 15-minute drop. Okay, so what we can do, guys, if it's going to work well, let's see if it comes back down to 5 points. You can possibly get a buy-in on here, right back to possibly to the volume point of control. Let's see if she pulls down harder than that midline. Also, what we can do, see where we are. 19, eh? Because we said there was a buy-in at 1109. So let's see if it bottoms out to 92 for the 1109, and maybe we can get in. Because the buy phase is kicking in slowly. There will be possible resistance at 12 level for bouncing down. Yeah, but we're finally getting to winter in Mazatlan here. I'm wearing my winter jacket, actually. It's I went for a walk. I got up at 3 a.m., went for my walk for 2 hours, and it was a little chilly. And yeah, she's about 18 degrees in the morning right now. It's not bad. But it does get up to about 28, 29 during the day. Now let's see if this resistance pushes down. Hopefully we can get to the 600 level for a buy-in. You know what? Let's take a look here. What is the time? The buy-in time for today. Oh, actually, it's finally activated. So we are actually starting to get into the buy phase, guys. It says 9:30. If I'm reading that correctly. Let me check our time here. I want to check the other chart here. Just double verify our buy-in time. 11:09. I want to go. Let me just go to a 1-minute chart here just to verify something. So we crossed over here, pull down. Let's see where we are on this one. Buy sell activator is just activating. -8.5 to -0.45 possibly. Let's go back to last thing we're going to look at for shutter down for today. Resistance at 08 looks like 228 contracts there. I'd love to see a nice. She's not going to pull out, are you? Looks like everything's been going opposite the past couple weeks. Okay, I'm going to try it. I'm going to do, well, not a buy ask. Never buy ask. Buy bids. Let's go for a buy bid. And then what we'll do is we'll try to put a target back to. Come on. Why aren't you grabbing? I'll grab it down to 10. Right there. Oops, not there. Why is it at 8? There we go. Well, target is filled. Why? I don't know why I'm showing this. We made our profit. And so be it. That was my trade for today. Wrapped up at $350 US. And I know I'm not talking much. I think it's this 3 o'clock in the morning walking thing. Let's just go through it and I'll show you why I took that trade. It's a couple of reasons why. It's I'm going to educate you guys on a couple of things here. I want you guys to answer on the chat, please. Have you guys ever used the tick range? That's what I want to know, first of all, first and foremost. Don't get too excited, guys, for Thanks, Pepe. I know Momo hasn't. Okay. Well, I'm going to give you guys some education since you guys don't want to type on here anyways. As you can see, I have so many charts and I look at so many different variables, but the variables I'm looking for is mainly a lot of its energy. I look at targets, make a few points, and away we go. I'm not sure if I had a lost trade today on this one. But the key is well, especially for ES, I'm finding it because you're running at 1250 a tick. And I'm just trying to show you on one contract. You can use multiple contracts. Is the average harmonics? I did this in 2019. I did a webinar. Is 21 ticks, and I can show you something really crazy here. Okay, this will be the education for today. I'm going to create a brand new chart. I'm going to use a Uni-Renko chart for this one. And which screen am I on so you can understand what I'm doing? On this Uni-Renko chart, I'm going to use trending on 10, an offset. What did I use? Offset of 10, and a tick reversal of 48. Okay. So what you're going to see, this market today was playing like this. So you can see every little wick here is a pullback. Wicks here. I mean, there's pullbacks within this bar, but the longer wicks are pullbacks, as you can see everywhere. When I was trying to figure everything out, as you can see, I have a lot of indicators. Let me see if my testing ones. Oh, shoot. I can't show you guys on the education. This is not my trading computer. I mean, this is not my programming computer. I don't have it on there. But anyways, what it will do, on average, you know what? Let's put tick range on here so you can understand. From 6 to 5, well, let's see, 5 times 6 is 30, 6 times, no, I'll keep it at 6 for now. What you will notice, majority of the time, as you can see, it touches this line, pulls back, touches this line, the most amount of times, okay? So if you're patient enough for the pullback, I know the market's been terrible, so we're just going to try to scalp 2 points here, 2 points there. But if we can wait long enough to get to the center here, and as you can see, it just touched here and came down, but on average, it will go back and continue for another run until it reverses. And so when I created also the scalp trader, I'm going to put a bar trend 10 here. No, open offset is 10, sorry. What you're going to notice, oh, that looks actually good on the 10. I never looked at a 10 before. What you're going to notice, it will eventually pull back to the mid band over and over again. See right here? Continue on a trade. We have to wait for all this breakout. Deep pullback to the mid band, as you can see. Away you go. Back to the mid band. Away we go. Over and over and over again. We traded literally until the market moved, we were fighting through all these circles here. Look how many circles there were. It was ugly. Till we broke through, that's when we could start trading. I might actually do a test on this and see how she works. But what's coming up is the buy phase is coming up now, guys, and it's already 11 o'clock. And on the 4-hour chart, let's just drag it across. 4-hour chart, we're having the 11 o'clock to 5 o'clock buy signal. Maybe it'll work. We'll find out. But we're just entering the buy phase. It looks like the buy phase hit at 9:30 this morning. So let's go to... Do I have swing scanner on this one? I'll go to the daily chart. And let's take a look at it where we are on 10 minutes here. See where we are on the line. So on the buy phase, as you could sell, she just crashed, and now it needs to break here. Once it starts breaking here, if you're a position trader, if you're patient enough and we see if we can break this line, this is probably the entry I'll take, because this is, I call it always the line in the sand. Other than that, I'm shutting her down. I made my quota today. I wanted to show you that you can make it, even though it's been so frustrating, that you can make a few bucks every day. Other than that, you guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Just make sure you pinpoint your trades, trade safe, and you guys have a great day. Yeah.